In the remaining few minutes that we have, and it's just a few minutes left, I want to say thank you to all of you for this, and everyone in this room actually for being part of this conversation. But I'm just going to ask you to just sort of spontaneously close with a few comments of your own from your heart about, you know, this conference should also be forward-looking in terms of the future. And again, I've asked you to think about what you would say to leaders, but what would Mary say to the students, to the young people, to the next generation who are going to save all of our behinds, actually, hopefully. I have a lot of faith in the millennials. A lot of the millennials, the 20-somethings, you know, people are, you know, paying attention to you because, you know, there are quite a few of you, and, you know, marketers are looking at your choices in terms of the things you purchase, and so we're very interested in the millennials. But the millennials coming into the health professions, Mary would probably have something to say to them, and the 20-somethings, the people who are thinking about a health career or not sure about a health career, who are dealing with work-life balance, and who want to know, well, how do you act with courage, and how do you stand up to a mentor? How do you find a mentor? What is a leader? What you know? So I'll just throw all that out. And what would Mary say to the 20-somethings?
She would say the future is in your hands, and that you have to work hard, do what's right, do things that are innovative and different, but don't forget about the old things that do work.
Oh, well said. Well said.
I would say that if she were addressing this crowd today, she'd say the best possible thing you can do in my memory and to honor me is to go forth, work hard, have that same integrity. Don't be afraid to ask for things. Don't be afraid to work hard, and continue to accomplish what you started. There's one other thing she wouldn't say, but I would say to you, and that is when you have fabulous mentors, as I've been blessed to have, Miriam chief among them, save their communications from you. Create a little archive. You never know when that will be useful, if for personal reflection or for the opportunity to create something in their honor, be it an article about them in memoriam or some other activity. So she was a great one. She saved a lot of stuff, and she was a great one for history. So she would say, keep my can-do attitude and my integrity and my faith uppermost in your mind, and continue to follow my example.
Well, I would think Mary would advise people to get to know the big picture of what is going on. Healthcare reform is certainly one. Many of us are too lazy to really get to know the big picture. I think if one has the motivation to learn and know about the big picture and have the courage to acquire the substance and expertise, then you will have the courage to go forward. I think without substance, it's difficult to BS your way through. But with substance and the big picture, you would have the courage and the tools to go forward and make a difference.
I think she would say, for sure, she would say, study what you love, make a choice, stick with it, and learn everything you can about a field, but don't be bound by it. Always think outside of that box. Have a pride in your profession, in your field, but never limit yourself to being one thing. Be a person. Be genuine. Always understand that you can make connections with people, all people, if you're genuine. If you stay connected to your heart, if you stay connected to what you value, there are levels of work you can do, and you can continually move up those levels if you're genuine and if you work hard.
Well, I'm going to take the the moderator's prerogative and say the last word. I'm going to actually borrow the word gumption. I love that word. I don't know if you know what that means.
It's a good Iowa word.
It's a good Iowa word. Iowa claims the word gumption. I heard it in North Carolina and in high school, but I love the word. And I don't know if it translates. I don't know if people know what it means, but I think it means different things to different people. But Mary had gumption, and what that means, she got it. And she could make it clear to you without a whole lot of words and jargon. One of the concerns I have in healthcare, the big picture, is, we've become so super specialized in medicine and nursing, and what that means is that we've increased the jargon. And it's just, I can't even hardly read the New England Journal anymore. I don't understand it. It's like a bunch of letters and numbers to me now, and I say, well, where's the narrative? Where's the story? She was concerned about the jargon and the problems communicating, but this idea that you can trust your instinct, that you can trust your common sense, that you can have gumption and even talk about something you may not fully understand, but as you said, if you're working on a common good, then you have something in common, and that's something to work on together, even if you may not be from the same disciplines or have the same letters accumulated behind your names. What Mary taught me was that to have the courage to peel away your educations and find your own voice. So with that said, I want to thank you for this opportunity to recognize her in this leadership conference. It's an honor for me to be part of this. I want to thank our panel. And Mary liked to eat. Her favorite meal is to prepare chili in her kitchen. I don't know if we have chili tonight, but I know there's a reception after this, so I look forward to seeing you and talk to our panelists some more about Mary. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you.